Hi, everyone. How are y'all?
Hello.
Welcome to another Fresh Face Sesh. This week's guest is Jen of Jen Loves Reviews. Her information is in the description box below. For those of you who are new, I'm Audra, and I started this series as a way for all of us who are in the beauty community, whether it's in commentary or whatever you do in beauty. But I feel like there's this stigma around us and our faces being bare. And a lot of us know that most of our videos, when we are barefaced, we're going into putting makeup on our faces. So it's just nice to have like a chill, relaxed session where we just hang out, barefaced, free, and enjoy ourselves. Make sure that you share and like the stream, share it, let people know we're here. And Jen, can I
Hi.
just tell you this?
Tell
I'm
me
going to
what?
start off with a bang. So, some of y'all who follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I got this package and I was so ecstatic because it's like this little horror movie package. It's like I would show it to y'all, but it's hanging up right now. And it's like in this house, and it's got different horror characters. It's like 5 horror characters. And I was super excited. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how this happened. Because I feel like I had this on a wish list somewhere. And at first I was like really excited. And then my anxiety stress brain got a hold of me and I was like, what if I have a stalker? And then Jen comes and tells me that it's from you. I didn't tell you that, but there was
Oh
like
my
a moment where I
gosh.
was like,
I'm sorry.
oh, what if I have a stalker?
I'm sorry. It's funny because when I sent it, I didn't even think about that you wouldn't know where it came from. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't even think about it. Like, I was just like, I just, because I had seen it on Twitter. Somebody had retweeted it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so Audra. And I think I even tagged you in it. And I was like, I'm just going to buy it for her. Like, I was like, it's just too perfect. It's too perfect. And I didn't even think about that it might like cause you stress, like not knowing where it came from. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. So
I
sorry.
didn't, you know what? I didn't either, but my mom always goes down a path of morbidity with like every
Oh,
story. Like she'll like
yeah.
every story that she tells me, she'll be like, yeah, and I saw this cute kitty and then it was run over. I'm like, Mom, can we
Oh
have a
my
story that
gosh.
doesn't end like that? So like I was all excited and she was like, well, how'd they get your address? And I'm like,
Well, you watch enough horror movies. I'm not surprised if you somebody's stalking you. That's all you watch.
so right quick, I'm gonna say hello to like the folks who are here. We have Satines, Cecily, Alice, Chelsea, Thorn. I'm so happy you're here. Emily, thank you for being here, my love. Alex is here. I don't know if you've seen Alex on Instagram, y'all. Gorgeous looks from Alex, like daily, and also does nail stuff. So, like, I mean, I can't paint my nails like she does. She has some kind of magic professionalism with painting her fingernails. Like, I don't know how any of y'all do that, but like, I can't do it. Lori's here. Sybil, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. I haven't seen you in a while. We have Christina. Um, there's so many of y'all. I wasn't expecting this. We also have, um,
Hi.
yay. So, hello, everyone. Thank y'all for showing up. Hello, Melissa and Maddie and Pandora. And as Jen says every Sunday, if I did not get to say hello to you personally, hello and welcome.
Yeah.
So I do have a question for you because, like, I've been thinking about this. What are you going to do when the pandemic is hopefully like just free and we can just like free face it out there? Just free face it. That's a thing now. We're going to call it free facing.
There you go. I love that. I love that. I'm going to my parents' house and I'm hugging my parents because I
No.
haven't hugged my parents since February. So it's like,
Ah,
yeah, because my dad has like he has chronic bronchitis and like it's not a joke for him. So we've
yeah.
been like super careful. So we've gone to go see them, but like it's like high from 6 feet away kind of thing. And it's just super
Hmm.
weird. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
I'm probably never gonna free face again. There's a bug in here. I'm probably never gonna
No?
free face. No, no. I'm just gonna keep masking it up because like it fits my like dark princess dark queen aesthetic. And also it keeps people from talking to me, which would be great.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the way like you'll stand in line and some person behind you is like, this line's really long. I'm like, I know, shut up. Like
that would be me. I'd be that person. I do that. I talk to people in the grocery, but I try to really read the person before I say anything. Like I wait a minute. I try to read their face, like try to make I kind of make eye contact, look for the smile, look for some kind of acknowledgement that this is a person that wants to interact before I say anything. Like I'm real careful. So you'd probably give me and I'd be like, okay.
Well, the thing is, going to the grocery store already causes me like so much anxiety just going. So it's like I go in with like a mission, and then when the mission stalls at the line, I'm like, I'm like stressed out. If it takes longer than 5 minutes for me to get through, I just leave my basket and walk out.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So
it never ceases to amaze me how we're so opposite on so many things, yet we get along so well. Because like the grocery store is my happy place. Like grocery store and Target. And I think it comes from having an infant and a 3-year-old and being a stay-at-home mom. And almost like I went into like a severe, like I wasn't diagnosed with depression, but I was like had serious issues. And I couldn't get out of the house. I couldn't have my time by myself. So like going to the grocery store and going to Target was like where I had my peace, where I had my safe space, where I could like just be by myself and do what I wanted to do without interruption. So I think that's where all of that came from.
Yeah.
But I always liked shopping and all of that. So yeah.
See, I like shopping, but like online. Like when nobody else is touching the things or touching me or like any of that. Like it's all
it's just different.
Yeah. I find it very weird. Like the whole thing is very just like stressful, I think, for me to be out in the world. So I don't really know what to do with all of that. But it's funny when you talk about how we met, because I was so like nervous and stressed. I was like, well, if you want to chat on Marco Polo, here's my phone number. You don't have to though. It's fine. Like
I didn't get that vibe at all. Like I got such a chill vibe from you. I didn't feel that way at all. Like, you just seemed amazing. I was like, yes, I like this person. I like her energy. I just like who she presents herself to be. I want to get to know her better. And it's funny because I had probably at least 2 or 3 people try to get me on Marco Polo before you. And I was hesitant and I didn't do it, but you were the one that got me on it. And I am forever grateful.
So wait, why wouldn't you use the Marco Polo?
I don't know. I was nervous. Like I don't like talking on the phone.
I don't
like I don't like talking on the phone at all. And it kind of reminded me of that. And it just kind of like the pressure to like get back to people and like, like not, I don't know, like it was just like another thing to do, like, I don't know. I was nervous to get involved in it because it was just like another thing. But
see, I like that because I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Like because I hate talking on the phone, I hate that guy. Do you hear him?
Is that motorcycle?
No, that is a truck. This is Texas.
Oh,
they like soup up their trucks, and I hate that guy because he does that. Like every weekend, he just comes like barreling through, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, because I don't like talking on the phone, Marco Polo is perfect because it's like I can go listen to your polo, and then I can be like, I don't really feel like responding right this second. So I'm going to do some things and then I'll respond. Or sometimes I won't listen because of my ADHD. I'll be like, I'm not going to listen until I can respond because I'll forget. And then like 4 hours later, I'm like, oh shit, Jen sent me Marco Polo, being like, especially the ones where you're like, I have a question. And I'm like,
but it's crazy because that's what I like about it too, because I think the big thing I don't like about the phone is you can't see somebody's facial expressions, so you don't know like their tone. Like you don't know what faces they're making as they're talking, but like on Marco Polo you can see people's faces, so that they're like whether they're being like real or not, or like whether they're maybe mad, but they're not really like sounding mad in their voice, but you can see it in their face.
Yeah.
You know, like
But
that's
see,
why
since
I
we've
like it
gotten to know
better.
each other, I know that you're a very like high key visual cue person. Oh, I almost got him. So sorry, y'all. And I think that that does make a difference in communicating, right? Because it's so hard to communicate with people when visual cues are what you like go by. And it's one of the reasons why I don't because I am a literal, like my ADHD affects me where I'm so literal sometimes.
Oh, me too.
So I
Totally.
see something and I'm like like people are like trying to like make a joke or something and I'm like,
I don't ever get it.
did I miss it? Are we
I don't get
actually
it.
gonna throw our shirts on the wall or somebody explain? Like
And then people like I say something literally and people think I'm joking. And like, no, I really meant that. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it wasn't a joke. Like, I'm being serious.
But it's because of like, because you see, and I was talking to Tony, the regular girl reviews, like I was talking to her about this, how like there are times where my voice just sounds sarcastic or deadpan and I don't mean for it to. It just is like, when somebody will tell me something like, I'm super excited for you. And then it sounds like I'm not excited, but like my voice won't convey it. so it's like, and then I have to be like, no, I'm like, actually, I'm really excited. I just can't get my voice to do the thing right now. I don't know why, but I'm really excited for you.
You're probably just tired. You're probably just tired.
Yes.
You know, you need a nap.
What?
No. You needed a nap. And that's why you couldn't get your voice there.
I need like 75 naps. I think I nap more than anybody in the world.
Well, that's because your dog gets you up at the butt crack of dawn.
He really does. Yo, I'm up before Jen, and Jen has children.
And I have an hour longer than you. Like, I'm up at like 8:30, and Audra's been up for an hour and a half, and she's an hour behind me.
Like, and you're like, hi.
Like, oh, I just rolled out of bed, and Audra's been up for an hour and a half.
Do people know that you're a domestic goddess?
I don't think so.
Because, yo, Jen will show me what she's making for dinner, and I'm over here like, I'm just gonna make some noodles and like put some butter on them and some salt and pepper and then like some Parmesan because that's all I feel like doing. Good. And she's like, well, I'm over here with Parmesan chicken, green beans. I'm like, what?
With bacon on them.
I know. Those I was good. Like, I would eat those. I would eat those.
See, I have to keep like getting to know like what you eat. I'm so curious. Like, I will show Audra my food. I'm like, Audra, would you eat this? Would you eat this? Like, because I'm just so curious because there's so many things like you eat, you don't eat, and like I'm fascinated by it, like learning about it.
Well, I'm between my like intestinal issues and then also like I have texture issues.
Right.
And I can't like peas, like Christina was talking about it, I think on Twitter, and how she picks peas out of her chicken fried rice. And I don't even get the vegetables in it because I don't want to deal with it. Like if the carrots aren't just right, then I get grossed out. I can't eat peas because I don't like the way that peas pop in my mouth.
I love that. That's the best part.
No, it makes me feel like I'm eating bugs. Like there's a time and a place for popping, and that's not.
Sheila is here. Sheila used to be so let me tell you about Sheila. So Sheila is one of my original pair loves from back in the day. And that was when I was teaching, I used to come home and I used to make dinner, and Sheila and a bunch of us, there were like 20 of us, and they would help me make dinner. And they would like, what? And like, I'd mess up and like the timer would be going off, like, shush the timer. And like, this whole thing. God. So Sheila has seen me cook, I don't know how many times, like a lot.
I know, like I don't understand your magic. Like
it's just recipes.
Yeah, I'm always trying to figure out like how you, because I can't, here's the thing, I'm a very good cook actually. Mm-hmm. But I'm cooking for one person, so there's no reason for me to like do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm cooking for me, so I don't really
do you
care.
Do leftovers? Will you eat leftovers?
No.
Okay. See,
it depends on This sounds terrible, but it totally depends on how it's prepared. Like, if the leftovers are in the microwave, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because like there's something about what happens when it's like reheated in the microwave. Ruins my life.
Will you eat cold pizza?
It depends. Sometimes. Like
maybe.
If it's just cheese and like black olives, I can eat that. But if there's like pepperoni on it, this is like because I'm like, I'm gonna have diarrhea all the time.
Oh,
so,
like, well, okay, not if, but when you come visit me, we're setting up the meal plan ahead of time. Like we're gonna have it all worked out, and we're gonna have it all laid out to make sure I've got you covered, and we're good. Like once all this stupid pandemic stuff is over, you're coming to visit, and we're gonna set up a meal plan so I know how to feed you.
See, and here you've been talking about like going to events, and seriously, you're like, I miss going to events, and I'm like, I never went, and you're like, they're fun. I'm like, how?
You wouldn't like it. Like after getting to know you, you wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't. I would just be so awkward, and I couldn't imagine anybody actually wanting to like see me there, and I wouldn't know what to do if they were like, oh my God, and I'd be like, oh my God, what?
Well, they would want to hug you, and you would not want that. So
yeah, I would definitely be like kind of eked out by that. So,
you would not. You would not.
They're like, can I have a hug? I'm like, no, but not because I don't like you. I just generally don't like being touched.
Well, like when I heard your mom say that you don't like hugs, then I knew it was like real.
Yeah.
Like, because then it's not just you smell funny or I don't like you. It's like a just you thing.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
My mom does that. She'll try it. She's like, come on, go give me a hug. And I'm like, all right. I'm like getting in there. I'm like, like, why do we have to touch? Like,
yeah.
But it's weird though, because like, when I'm in like a positive relationship, I'm very affectionate, but it's like when I want to be affectionate, which I think is upsetting to the other person at times, because they're just like, well, I don't know when I can and can't be affectionate with you. And I'm like, well, let me reach out.
Yeah.
But I don't like feeling smothered. Yeah. I like that, Kaylee. It's not you really, it's just me, all me.
Yeah.
So I want to know, oh my gosh, wow. Roasted pork steaks with jerk seasoning, fried potatoes with caramelized onions, and a Normandy vegetable blend with cheese melted on top. That sounds delicious.
That sounds incredible.
I know. You're going to have to drop that recipe, because I think that Jen was going to want to make it.
That. Yes, I would make that. I love jerk seasoning.
I know. I like jerk, but here's the problem with me. Every time I get something jerk, like I got a jerk baked potato, and mistakes were made because it was good, the baked potato, but it was too spicy. And I think the problem is you can't, like when you have something that's spicy, its base can't be too carbony, because the like a potato absorbs the spice. So there's like nowhere for it to go. And that's why, like, if you get jerk chicken and then you have the rice and you like keep them separate. I don't know if people know that with spicy stuff, but you keep them separate. Like you keep the chicken over here, the rice over here, and like, you know, you don't slap it all on top of each other, because then it's like a whole spicy. It never gets unspicy. You get no relief.
Right. You need the rice to balance out the chicken.
Yeah. So I always get it like a smidge too spicy, but then I'll have these like weird periods of time where like I cannot eat, like it can't get spicy enough. I'm like, I need more spice. I don't know what happens in my body for that though. So it's like super awkward. And
so you do like spicy food?
Oh yeah, I like spicy food. I don't care what it does to my body. Like there's a lot of foods that I eat, and I don't care what it does. Like I will make sacrifices sometimes, because I'm just like, it is what it is.
Yeah, like you just go with it. Like I've heard people with like dairy allergies, or like not allergies but sensitivities, will just like, I'm taking a Lactaid and I'm having the ice cream. Like I don't care.
So you're lactose intolerant as well?
I'm not. I'm not, but I've heard that of other people.
Lactose intolerant people don't care that they're lactose intolerant. I'm one of those people. It's me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you.
I literally don't care. I'm like, I'm eating it and I don't care what's going to happen afterwards. So like,
I'm very fortunate that I don't have allergies. I am very thankful for that. Like consciously thankful.
See, and if it weren't for you, which I'm not going to go into super detail of it, but I wouldn't have discovered what was causing my allergic reaction. Like you came through in a clutch. You're like reading up and you're like, oh, but you don't have to worry about that because you, and I'm like, no, Jen, I didn't know. You're like always dropping random knowledge on me that I'm like,
I was so proud of myself that I helped you. I'm like, yay. Sometimes this ingredient knowledge is kind of like Jeopardy knowledge. Yeah. Like, no, it's okay. I was thinking about you today that you weren't able to make. That's okay though. I'm sure I'll see you sometime soon. I'm glad you're here. I'll see you sometime soon, like you're not already here. But like I know. On a Friday earlier, because I get ready on Periscope on Fridays earlier, and Belle's usually there.
I know.
So
is that the one that you put on Twitter? But it's like do Periscope?
Yeah, that's the one that's on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah.
I used to make those when I was working. And I would just be sitting, like I would be in my office pretending to work, like, but the whole time I'm just watching your live. And like every so often I would just like move my fingers and like act like I was typing stuff. Cause like if all of you ever wonder how you do that, you just like pull up a random, like a blank document, right? And you just start typing randomly when someone comes over. It doesn't even matter.
There you go. Nice.
I'm over here trying to figure out how to like change the chat to whatever that thing is, the slow thing, but I can't figure it out. I was like,
Are you in the StreamYard or are you in the actual like?
I'm in the actual YouTube thing, and I have no idea how to make slow chat happen. I'm like, okay, I'm here.
You have to go to the settings. It should be a little wheel in the upper right hand corner.
But then they said they moved it. So they're like, stream settings have moved. Click the edit button, and then you'll find all your shiz in one place. And I'm like, okay, I don't find the shiz in one place.
Okay, you found it? Okay.
Yes, now I feel stupid. Let's move along.
No, you're not stupid. No, you're amazing. No, you're not anything stupid.
No, you can. You can now. They used to have it where you couldn't do it when the stream started, but they had to fix that because so many people would run into that, like, oops, I forgot to do it. And so they fixed it so you can do it in the middle of the stream. Yeah. So yes, Jen's skin is glowy.
Thank you.
I told you. See, it wasn't just friend talk.
Yeah, I might be talking about it soon in favorites and fails, because this Ofra, I know what, like, just be clear, I did do a collab with Ofra. I know the people at the brand, all of that. They had sent me this vitamin C moisturizer, and I'm almost out of it. And it's like, I'm loving it so much. Like, it is just like, my skin just like drinks it.
See, I love so much skincare. And I never expected to have so much. I just tried this today, and it's, oh my God. Like, as soon as I saw the consistency, because like if it looks spoogey, I'm so sorry. But like, y'all, if your moisturizer looks like spooge, it's gonna be amazing.
Probably.
I have no idea why it's like that, but you see what I'm talking about? If it looks spoogey, like, it's gonna be so good. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, it looks like spooge. This is gonna be amazing. So I like slathered it all over my face, and I was like, welcome to Glow Town.
Yes, nice. Yes.
So then I have another question.
Oh, okay.
Halloween.
Oh.
Are you going to have to buy costumes? What's up? Because I know some people were like really excited that they thought they were getting out of it, but like people are doing like virtual Halloween now, and now they're like,
my kids, we're still not 100% sure what we're doing, because the neighborhood I live, we moved about a year ago. So we moved late November, early December last year. Yeah. So our old neighborhood had a ton of kids, but our new neighborhood just has a few kids. Yeah. And like, it's like recent that kids are moving into the neighborhood, because it's like the original owners of the houses, all their kids are in college now.
Yeah.
So they're starting to move out. And then new families are moving in with kids. So it's like, they're not even sure. They're not doing Halloween in my neighborhood. And then, so we're thinking about going back to our old neighborhood, but then we've heard that nobody's really doing it in that neighborhood. So my kids are basically recycling costumes. And then we're just going to drive over to our old neighborhood and see if anything's happening. And then like my son's wearing the costume he wore when he was like 6 and he's 9 and it still fits him. Like it's,
but he's like,
he's a little boy. He's little.
He's so slim and he's so he is such a daring little thing. Like, he's always getting into it. He's fearless, and I think that that's amazing. You know, like he's kind of he's a fearless little guy, and I like that. Like
he's a trip.
He just kind of cracked up, like, "What are you doing?" I'm talking to Audra. Hi, Audra. Like.
He's the kid that you probably wouldn't have liked on the playground because he would have walked up to him and been like, "Hi, do you want to play?" Like he's like that kid. Where my daughter is the one that sits in the corner and like, you know, and like turtles in the corner. My son will be like the one to go out and play. And then once he gets in a group to play, then she will follow and play.
Oh, and that's the thing is like me and your daughter would be like playing games together on our phones, but like not talking to each other. It's like my favorite kind of thing. Like Emily and I will do this a lot on Marco Polo, where we will sit there with it open and like be just doing things and like not really talking to each other. And we only recently started doing that more. We're just like, anyway, and then we just sit there doing stuff and like it'll be on like StreamYard as well. And we'll just sit there and neither one of us are saying anything to the other. And we're doing things. We're like, oh yeah, I got to take pictures of this look for Instagram. And then we're both taking pictures and we're doing this stuff. And it's like kind of, I don't know. I find it peaceful.
Friendship.
Yeah. It's just peaceful to like not have to be there. Like that's the other reason I don't like talking on the phone isn't just the facial expressions. It's having to be forced to pay attention. Cause like, my attention span is like garbage. And it's not even just that. It's like you can say something that my mind gets hooked on and then I can't follow the rest of the conversation. So like at least with Marco Polo, if you say something like, wait, I'm going to go respond to this right now.
Yep. Or you can rewind it if you missed it, which I wish I could do in real life because like I'll find myself listening to somebody like that's talking for a long time and I'll miss like 3 or 4 sentences of what they said. Like my brain will just start thinking of something else and they won't realize that I'm not paying attention because I'm still looking at them and looking engaged, but I'm actually thinking of something else. And then I realize I missed the whole major meat of what they said, but I'm too embarrassed to tell them that I didn't pay attention. So I have to like figure out really quickly, like what I'm going to say back and try to get them to repeat it without letting them know that I didn't hear them. And it's like communication is a mess.
Have you tried just yelling out, I like Chase?
No, that's the one. But I'll put it in my back pocket for later.
I'm just saying, listen, if you yell out something random, everyone gets confused.
Yeah.
They forget. And then somebody's like, you're so funny. And then they make the other person repeat it because they forgot what happened. Right. And then you're like, now I've gotten the story back. I don't recommend it, but like still, I will because I'll do a lot of things to like get out of being the center of an awkward conversation.
Yeah. And I hate when it's awkward and it's my fault and I know it. Like, because I didn't pay attention. My husband now knows, like he can tell when I'm not paying attention. And he used to get really mad at me for it. And then I got diagnosed with ADD. And now he's like, you weren't paying attention, were you? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? And then I just have to really, really focus. Like he's gotten so much better. He used to get really mad at me. Like, I can't believe I have to repeat myself again. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose.
But isn't it just like worse? When I think my other problem is if it's not something that I'm directly interested in too, I'm like somebody, I've had people do this, like, especially if I've gone on a date and they're like, yeah. So, and as far as I'm concerned, they're just like, don't you think? And I'm like,
sure.
That's
you teacher from Charlie Brown.
I know. Like I start feeling bad because I'm like, oh, but it's, part of it's my fault because I have to like learn to just try to like look at a person. But then even looking at them, I start focusing on random details. I'm like, wow, their eyebrows are so interesting. Like, and then it's gone again.
Thinking about what I ate for breakfast or something. Like, it doesn't even have anything to do with anything that's happening. Like, weird random things just pop in my head.
Yes, honey, this is what we all need to do when we get into an awkward conversation. Is just do the pterodactyl scream, like, and then just. I'm so glad you pterodactyl scream.
Oh, we have to do it together. It's not even fun unless you do it with a friend.
I'm so dead ass right now. This is like, so one of the things I love about this and have loved about getting to know you is like, you are so funny. And I don't know like why, like you are hilarious all the time. And you're always making me laugh. And I love that you virtually hug me all the time. It's just
I do. I'm like, because I know she doesn't like real life hugs, so I can like hug her through the phone and it won't bother her.
But it's like really sweet. And I think like that's one of the things that I do. I absolutely have been enjoying seeing is like you letting your like sense of humor come forth because it's awesome. And I think that it's so fun for you to be able to do that. So I encourage all of y'all, if y'all have not seen the pitch meetings, fucking hilarious. They're like giving, like I watched them more than once and I've shown them to my mom. So like,
oh, thank you.
They're so
fun to film. They're really fun to film, but it's such a departure from everything else I do on my channel. So it's like people are used to like serious, and let's talk about synthetic florflogopite, like people are used to that. And like, and then I bust out with, Too Faced and their pathetic eyeshadow palettes they come out with every Christmas, some low quality eyeshadow palettes, and people would like don't even know what to do with that. Like,
I love it. This is the thing. If there's one thing we're gonna get out of 2020 that's like positive is that we're getting like a lot of people who are being able to show their sense of humor and have fun and change the directions of your channels. And I just do whatever the hell I want. Like, I mean, what would possess me to just sit down and do a random video of like me making fun of online dating? Like,
that was so good. I loved that video. I loved it so much.
Like, I don't
that was so good.
I do not know what was wrong with me, but I was like, I'm going to film this. And then thank you, Kate.
So good.
So like, I just do whatever I want. I almost like started filming one video and I was like, never mind. Cause I was doing like what is it like to date me?
Oh so, gosh, I bet that's so good.
No,
I bet it's amazing.
I scrapped it in the middle because I was like, what did I say? At one point I was like, like how pandas just sit there and they don't try to find a mate and they're just like happily eating their bamboo and they don't care about anything. It's like that.
Oh, it's so perfect. I love that. I love that. Like,
oh, like that's what it's like. Cause I'm like, I always think about like outside in, like what it would be like how would it be if you were dating me? And it's just like, I'm like, how like you're on a roller coaster and just as you crest and you're about to like go sliding down to the bottom, you realize that your safety harness doesn't work. That's what it's like.
Oh, it sounds awful.
I know. That's dating me is kind of nightmarish.
Gosh. I can't imagine that.
Well, like you date someone who doesn't necessarily want to be touched all that often, doesn't want you in their space too much, eats you out of house and home, and then gets diarrhea. Like,
oh my God. But you just have to find your opposite. You have to find the opposite. Like people that are similar, you're similar enough in the ways they're important, but then you're opposite in the ways you need to be opposite.
Yeah.
Like that's what needs to happen. That's it. It's the puzzle pieces. You got one that's like this way and one that's this way. It's the carrot and the taco, but emotionally. It's an emotional carrot and taco situation.
An emotional carrot and taco. That is the most wholesome way that we've had carrot and taco action discussed on my
To
channel.
make it wholesome. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It just is, it just be like that. Like, yeah. Yeah, I have some blue light glasses. They're actually very helpful when I'm wearing them. Like, when.
Get some.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Oh, pretty. If that's you. I always have to ask people because I don't know anymore. So I'm always like, if that's you're very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allowed to say people are beautiful? Yes, you can. Okay. What I need is a goth person. I'm looking for my goth partner in crime. That is my goal. So I'm like, okay, I just need to find my goth partner in crime.
We have to get Pierre XO to come back from Prague. Do you know him?
Yes. I think so. Wait, let me look because I feel like I was watching their channel. Let me look because now I'm going to Google it because, like, listen, I don't care. Like, yes, beautiful. But I don't think that they are old enough for me.
I'm almost 100% sure his pronoun is he, but but I just want to, maybe we should, well, no, yeah, his pronoun's he. But he likes older ladies.
Is it because we have money? Because I don't have any money.
he likes the maturity of older ladies.
I'm like, I'm an old lady. Immature.
He's younger though, but he's very well. Maybe you're not mature enough for him.
I know, right? I'm like, I'm a sugar mama with no sugar.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but he needs to like get in a relationship because he's too sweet, too cute, and too sweet for words. I swear.
Liz, I will check on that because I think something's going on with YouTube because I also saw James post about that as well. Yeah. And I noticed it in my last live when I went in to manage my mid-roll ads. I went in to manage them and I swear to you that there was an ad literally like every 2 minutes in it. And I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. And so I went in and like was undoing them. So sorry, y'all. Okay, thank you.
That's so nice of you.
What's the vow? Is that like romance? Kate, you know I only watch horror.
I don't know the vow.
What is the vow? Tell me what the vow is.
What it is.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
No, but I know who, what is her, I know her Twitter name and I am obsessed with her. Don't tell her, y'all. I am obsessed. Like, I know her Twitter name and I'm obsessed with her, but don't tell her. Every time I see a picture of her, it it kind of ruins my whole life because I'm like, oh my God, she's so beautiful.
I'm waiting to see if it's the same person that posted earlier today. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Say it.
I'm like, I have to find her.
I have it in my brain and I'm going to tell you if I was right. But
okay.
I'm going to say it.
Let me see if I can. I'm going to have to go hunt. I'm sorry, y'all. It takes me like just a second because I'm old and I don't know how to work Twitter like y'all do. Y'all can just immediately like do searches but I don't remember her name. So I can't do the search based on her name.
Like her post today?
Yes.
Then go to your likes and you'll find it.
How do I go to my likes?
Go to the top of your Twitter.
Because like I'm literally only...
If you go to your Twitter page where it's you.
Okay.
And at the top of where you are, it says tweets and replies. And then there's media and then there's likes. It says tweets, replies, media, and then likes. And if you click on likes.
I just learned that you scroll over. Girl, you just taught me some new shit. I'm like, oh my God.
There is no bigger joy in my heart. Is teaching somebody something or like when I know something and then like I help somebody because I knew something. It's like, yes, it's something good, you know? Like
the Melody Adams.
Oh, okay. That's a different person than what I was thinking.
Who are you thinking?
I was thinking Ready to Glare.
Ooh, I'm obsessed with her as well, though.
I love her.
Don't tell her either. Like, don't tell either of these people. Listen. Kate said, what? No, it's about a sex cult. It's an age. How do you not? Listen. Okay. Probably the same way that you don't know about Haunt, Bloodfest, Hellfest, The Collector, The Collection, Ruin Me. Probably the same way you don't know about those. Like I like cults are like, I like movies. Like there's a good horror film. There's a couple of them that are about cults that were pretty cool, but like sometimes I can't watch the real life stuff because I'm like, oh, that's so upsetting that like people got in that. I am sweating so profusely. There's like a waterfall of that, like sweat on my back. It's fine.
We're gonna live. I can dance and entertain them while you go change your shirt if you want to.
No, I'm actually just gonna go turn the AC like down. I'll be right back.
I'll dance and entertain you.
Okay. You're like the best dancer.
I actually can dance. I actually can. Like really, like that's not representative. I actually can dance. Believe it or not, it is a skill that I still retain.
I can dance. I can't drop it like it's hot anymore. I can drop it like it's lukewarm.
Yeah, I think we're probably on the same. See, we're never going to go to an event together, so we're not going to dance together.
I will go. Just
I don't want you to go if you're going to be uncomfortable, though. If you're not going to be happy and comfortable, I don't want you to go because I want you to be happy. And if that's going to make you feel bad, then you shouldn't go.
Are there things that are legal there? Is weed legal there?
Here, no.
Damn. Well, if we go somewhere like California, it's legal there.
Is it weed there? It's legal in. It sounds like weed. Did you get some tea? It sounds like tea.
That's how everybody would say. So I just say it how it's spelled.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, because people will spell it OUID so that they don't get flagged.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. But yeah, I didn't know it was legal in California. I know it's legal in it's legal in Colorado, but I didn't know it was legal in California.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Learned something new today.
I'm not going. Oh my gosh, Karen, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's so nice.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
It's so nice.
So, Michigan is legal as well.
Oh.
Did you watch the recent Supernatural episodes?
I have been watching them. I'm in the middle. Okay, this is what I do when I'm editing What's Up in Makeup because it can get a little tedious editing What's Up in Makeup and it takes a really long time. So I have a little schedule where I edit this many minutes and then I can watch this many minutes of Supernatural. And that's how I get through the editing of What's Up in Makeup because it can be like, poking myself in the eyeball with a stick kind of situation with that editing because it can get repetitive. So I'm about 15 minutes into this past week's. I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
I actually have to restart the last 2 seasons because I think what?
Oh,
that's true. I haven't heard from her in so long. Hi, because I my heart.
It's so wonderful.
Hi, Natalie. But yeah, I have to rewatch because what happened is I think when those seasons came out, I was just going through a lot of stress and whatnot. So it was super difficult to pay attention to what was happening. And I think that that was also around the time that I'd stopped taking my ADHD medication. And so I was just wired for sound. And I was just let's do things. And so so now I have to go back and rewatch them because it's I did see how the end, the last one ended with God being freaking over, zombies.
Yeah.
So sorry if I ruined that for y'all, but it's been out a while.
That's pretty much the end of 3 different seasons of Supernatural. Is that?
Thank you.
It keeps happening.
Because I had the Supernatural subscription box for a little while.
That's so cool. I never got that.
And that's how come I have a Supernatural mug.
That's so awesome.
I have a Supernatural beer stein. And I'm
That's cool.
Like when I first got it, I was like, nobody, and this is before we were friends, I was like, nobody tell Jen Love's reviews that I have.
I'll come to your house and steal it.
I just was like, listen, I have a feeling if she knew about this, I could accidentally summon her here. Like, I'd be like, how did you get to my house? I heard supernatural, and so I'm here. So is it Dean or Sam?
For me, Dean. Oh my gosh, yeah. Absolutely.
It depends on the season.
Did I tell you that I saw the actor that plays Sam in New York City?
Jared
story? Yeah, Jared Padalecki. Did I ever tell you this? I didn't tell you the story. Okay, so I was at an Ipsy event, and they have like the main event, and then my girl Julia Salvia, who she's mostly on Instagram, but she does do YouTube. Amazing makeup looks. Beauty by Julia. Yes. Mm-hmm. So she throws this big party, like this dinner party after the event every year. And it's like this big thing, and it's so fun. So I decided I was too cheap to buy a cab. So I was going to walk from the main event to Julia's dinner, which was about 1.5 miles. And I decided I didn't want to go on the main roads. I just wanted to go down the side roads or whatever. And I'm walking down the sidewalk, and here comes freaking Jared Padalecki in a plaid shirt, walking straight. He's walking this way, I'm walking this way, and I see him. I'm like, that's freaking Jared. And then he was gone, and I was like, oh my god, like that just freaking happened. Like I cannot believe that happened. So by the time I like registered and everything, and he was like man on a mission, like he wasn't like, it wasn't one of those moments like, you know, you read the room and you're like, can I stop? It was not a time to stop him, you know, like he was walking. So I kept going, I kept walking, and I stopped, and I tweeted at my friend Valerie, who's a Paralove. She's one of my friends that gets started with me on Periscope and everything. I've known her for years. We're a big Supernatural fan. Like, oh my gosh, I just saw Jarpad walking down the street in New York City. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. So then people started, like, I didn't realize people didn't follow me, could find my tweets. So then I started getting these random people. Where is he? Where'd you see him? What's the cross section? I'm like, oh, I just doxed him. Oh my gosh, I just told everybody where he's at, and he's walking down the street in New York City, and now he's gonna get accosted by somebody, and it's my fault. So I like deleted the tweet like immediately. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that to him. So like I ended up like I felt so bad. So I ended up at Jarpad, I'm really sorry for my last tweet. Hopefully you didn't see that, but if you did, I'm really sorry. Something like that. And then I realized that was stupid, so I deleted that too. But it was like I felt so bad. I was like, I totally just doxed one of my favorite actors of all time by accident.
First of all, you're a normal everyday human. There's nothing wrong. Like we grew up. No, he is tall. He is actually very tall.
Yes, he is tall. He was probably like 6'1", 6'2". Like he was a tall man, not like basketball player tall, but tall.
Yeah, he's kind of freakishly, because the thing is, not only is he tall, but he's like also like a wide kind of a dude. Like he's not like if you've seen him standing next to Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean, you can see like, because they're both kind of wide and broad shouldered, but it's like, so you add those broad shoulders to being that freaking tall, and it's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I would have jumped on his back like
oh my gosh, I was total deer in headlights. But then the worst part, the most embarrassing thing I think, besides accidentally doxing his location, kind of, was that I got to the event and I was by myself. So I get to this event and I had to tell everybody at the event, do you watch Supernatural? Do you know who I just saw walking down the street? Like I had to like go up to like everybody I knew. Oh my gosh, do you want? And I had to tell everybody. And then like people were like, Jen, you already told me twice. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to say, y'all. When people tell you a story more than once when they're excited, pretend you didn't hear it the first time. Don't be mean. People get excited. Like treat me like I am a child. At that point in time, when I'm excited about something, I'm going to need you to just treat me like I'm a child. And I've never told you this story before. Like just act like this is the first time you've heard. I don't care if this is now the third time. Just act like it, please.
I felt bad. I want to know them.
He is 6'4".
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he was tall. I mean, it was literally, I was in his presence for less than 30 seconds. I mean, it was like, walking this way. It was not a long time, but he was definitely significantly taller than me. I'm 5'5".
See, yeah.
Adam Driver is.
I don't know either. But listen, I'm like, you're like, I'm Googling it.
Oh, that guy. That's the guy that Stephen Colbert is always going gaga over.
Let me see.
Stephen Colbert is always making jokes about how he's sexy.
Oh, that guy. I see. I don't know his name. I just know him as Star Wars guy. Isn't that who he is? Wasn't he on Star Wars? Wasn't he doing the Star Wars thing and he like looked super intense and everybody was like really excited? I don't know about Star Wars because like I don't Star Wars. I'm a Star Trek person, not a Star Wars.
Star Wars person, according to Wikipedia.
All right, y'all. The rest of the stream is going to be us Googling random celebrities.
We don't know anything. Terrible. Oh my god.
Christina said out the large refrigerator with good ears.
And that was the one I just read. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I just
John Oliver. Yes, John Oliver. Did I say the wrong person? I said Stephen Colbert. I meant John Oliver. You are 100% right, Jess. This is why I love you. This is why I love Saucer Jess, because she knows these things.
See, here's what happened. I made a comment on a live stream on my insomnia live stream about John Oliver. We were talking about hot celebrities. And if for anyone who doesn't like to be in the gutter, now is a good time for you to mute. If your family is here, if everybody's listening, mute. I'm giving you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the comment was, we were talking about like who was attractive and whatnot, and somebody said that they thought John Oliver was attractive. And I said, he's not necessarily my cup of tea, but if you like to ride, he has the nose for it. Watching your face change.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
Like that. So much. He's got that. Like,
facts are facts.
I mean, you have to have life be interesting. Otherwise, it's super boring.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Thank you. Did you cover your cat's ears, Christina? See, this is fun. I'm just enjoying like how many people are like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. You're like, listen, oh my gosh, you're freaking stunning. Holy crap.
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking at something else. She is beautiful.
No, because I always like get excited and start looking at people's Abby's, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so damn beautiful. Hi, Teresa.
Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa.
Y'all, BT Dubs, if you, like, maybe I'm late to the game, okay? Maybe I'm late because I'm often late for everything. But did y'all see her hit 40K?
Yeah, well deserved.
It's so exciting.
It's going to multiply from here for Teresa. She's incredible.
She's
incredible.
She's like the Mogwai of YouTube. Somebody just like keeps putting water on her at midnight. Bam! She's multiplying.
Incredible.
Now, Yolanda, I do not need a timeout. Maybe I do. Leave it alone. So wait, who do you thirst over Hollywood style? That isn't your husband.
Am I allowed to as a married woman?
Thirst. We can.
Okay. So am I allowed to talk about girl crushes too? Like, or is this just okay? All right. So definitely Jensen Ackles is definitely one. Yes. That's a no-brainer. Girl crushes Ruby Rose for some reason has my heart.
Everybody.
I think everybody. I mean, like, let's see, who else? I don't know. It's not something I think about that often because I don't watch a lot of like movies and TV and stuff. Like, there's people that like I love, like that's, I wouldn't say it's a crush situation. Like Dan Levy, like I love him, like with all of my soul, like, but he's the guy who made Schitt's Creek. So Eugene Levy's son. Okay, so I don't know if you would like it, to be honest, just because there's no horror in it. Yeah. But it's very feel good. It's a very feel good show. Like if you need something that is low stress, just happy, just funny, then you would watch it. But that's not really what I've ever heard of you ever watching. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. But I loved it. I loved it. And his character is just amazing. And I've seen interviews with him, and he has a special place in my heart. You know, I used to really dig Ben Affleck, but he kind of turned a corner.
Well, cool. So, like, still, I mean, he was a terrible Batman, but like,
yeah, he turned a corner a while back. I'm talking about Good Will Hunting days.
Yeah,
like when I had a thing for Ben Affleck, and I used to be in the Kevin Smith fandom, so I used to go to Kevin Smith events, and I always hoped that he would be there and he would like fall in love with me, and like we'd go off in the sunset, and but he was never at the event. So
yeah, I don't know, like, so I always find, you know, like, I'm sure, like, everybody knows about me and my Ed Sheeran crush. It's freaking weird. I know. I get it. He's a chunky ginger. I find it very appealing, and I feel in my soul genuinely that he's freaky. And so
he might be.
I would like
because he loves the shape of you. So that song's a little freaky. Like that song's a little like, okay, I see where we're going.
Like I feel like there's like disco lights that go off in the room. Like he's one of those, and he like pulls out the oil, like the body oil, like bam. Probably. You know, and you're like, body oil. What? Okay, do it. Like, you know, like
slip and slide, baby. Slip and slide. What it's all about.
I feel like it's just like a whole weird freak fest. Because you know how remember that scene in Zoolander where they like go and they hang out with like the reporter in Zoolander go hang out with his like arch nemesis played by Owen Wilson, and then they have that like weird orgy.
I'm trying to remember. I think I've only seen the movie like once, and it was a really long time ago, so I'm trying to remember it, but I don't remember it specifically. I wish I could because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, because there's like little people in it. Oh, did he bring it?
Oh, my hero.
He brought it, didn't he? Good for you, John.
Oh, it smells good. It's a margarita. Thank you.
It's Sprite, tequila. It's got Corona beer in it.
Corona?
That's normal. Drink it.
Sprite? What'd you say? Sprite? Corona?
Sprite, Corona.
Tequila.
And then like the frozen concentrate
juice
things.
Okay. The margarita juice thing? Frozen margarita juice? Like this is sus.
Drink it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the little can of juice. The frozen can of what? What kind of juice?
I think it's like lime.
It's going to be good, I promise.
Oh.
I told you get suspect. You cracked me up today, by the way.
She said you cracked her up earlier today. She was laughing really hard.
I bet she was.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you for bringing me this. I appreciate it. It's already like giving me a little woo woo. It's strong. It is good.
Yeah,
He said don't drink all of it on the live stream because it's like truth serum.
But you don't lie, so it's fine. But you won't be telling too much truth at that point.
That's what happens. I'll overshare.
Yeah.
I've always been a person that like I can't like my own business. Like I have so much trouble keeping up. Like I can't keep my own things ever. I'm so bad at that.
That happened to me last night. I was like, I don't know how we got here, but like, sorry. Like, I was like,
I'm certainly glad you came. I'm certainly glad you came.
Oh my God. Well, I started saying that because honestly, I would always think that, like, even back in the day, I'd be like, how did people find my channel? How did they get here? I was like, I have no idea. So now I just say, like, I don't know how you got here, but I'm really glad that you came. And so
it's so great. It's so great. It's such a great.
The Corona in there, it's just like basically he made you like a ciderita.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I get those. Really like, you know, when they just pour the beer in and they put it upside down, you're like, bloop, bloop,
like all the straws. Did you ever get one of those?
No.
Oh my gosh. We had a bar in college it was like a Rasta bar, and they had these big metal buckets, and they would put, I forget what it was called, but it was like this big thing, and they'd fill the bucket up, like, the beer bucket, they'd fill it up, and they would dump the beers all on the sides, and then they would give like 50 straws, and everybody was supposed to drink out of the bucket. It was like coronavirus nightmare. Like, everybody, like it wouldn't have happened. I don't even know why we all drank out of the same drink.
You were
like,
drinking the fuck 'em up pail.
These drunk, sweaty people drinking out of the same metal bucket. Like, who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. But we did it.
But you know what? I can't say anything because there's a place here called Razoo's, and people go there because they give you like this giant bowl of like booze, and you're supposed to drink it with multiple people. And then there's there's places here where like they will only serve you 2 of this particular drink. They're like, limit is this, and you're like, excuse me? Like, I will do it, never mind. Like, you think you're gonna do what you want until you're like, I'm drunker than I had anticipated. Can somebody call me an Uber? Thanks.
I wish we had Ubers when I was in college, man. That would have been amazing.
I know. I mean, I walk like for the most part, but like, because I told this before, but like way back in the day on the hills, they featured the 901 Club on there.
What is that?
It's a disgusting college bar. And I saw that show up there, and I was like, and they like put it on the tag. They're like 901 Club. I'm like, first of all, it's called the 90. Second, it is not a club. Third, it smells like vomit and bad decisions in there. Like, it is not. This is not a nice place. Like,
oh my gosh, vomit and bad decisions.
It does. It's like it was the end of fraternity, and so like it was the end of fraternity row, and people got in with like bad fake IDs. I had a fake ID of a girl who was light-skinned, freckles, green eyes. Like, it was actually her ID, but I used hers, and it was her light-skinned, freckles, green eyes, curly hair. I looked nothing like that. They were like, here, go on in. Like, as long as you had an ID. So I'm just in there lining up, like, because they had 99-cent shots, which is why I don't do kamikazes or Sex on the Beach anymore. Because we'd line up 10 of those, because like $10, and you're like drunk for the rest of the night.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like, that's what I'm saying. So it was like vomit and bad decisions. Because you know what, you can't have that much sweet stuff that fast and then be like, this is a good idea. It was terrible. And your feet stuck to the floor.
Oh gosh, I hated places like that. Oh, you could tell. And it was early too. And yet there's no reason early your feet should be sticking. I get it if it's like 1:15, 1:30, like I get it. But at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and your feet are sticking to the floor, there's something wrong. There's something seriously wrong with this place.
Like, I was like, why did it jump? Like, they don't even clean the floor. They're like, no.
Oh my gosh.
They're just like, it's fine. And you're like, and it was so gross in there. And then every time I pour some sugar on me, it came on. Every sorority girl in the joint started doing like motions.
Oh my gosh.
And
how tortured were you?
It was bad.
That's awful.
Because I just look, I'm like, oh, here it comes. They're all going to do the move, and they've done the move. Like,
that's when Sweet Caroline starts playing at a wedding, and I'm like, God, not again.
Over here, the song is Why Do You Roll Smoke?
Oh no.
How must you live out that whole song?
Oh no.
Everybody here just like loses it.
People freak out, huh?
Why do you drink? And then everybody yells, to get drunk. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Whole thing.
Well, you're in Texas. It's a
Yeah.
thing.
It gets intense here.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Just one earbud died, so I'm like, I had to switch it.
Why would you have a bar?
That's terrible. What a bad idea.
Like the worst.
That's awful.
Oh my God, it's like ruining my life. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Nancy.
I love how this is actually funny. Like, I think it's funny how people just think in general that, like, because of proximity, that we can just go to Canada, like, to live. And the amount of times I've seen Canadians just going like, "Yo, you can't just like move here, by the way." And I'm like, okay, that's just been like a thing.
We want to move there. If it wasn't so cold in Canada, I would think about it. It's too freaking cold.
I don't mind cold weather. If I worked from inside of my house, I really wouldn't care about the cold because I just have everything delivered anyway because like stress and anxiety. So I really wouldn't care because I'd be inside the whole time. And if I were successful, then I would have somebody walk bow.
There you go. There you go. When Audra's a millionaire, hiring that dog walker.
Like that would be my flex. Like if I was like super successful, my flex would be like you wouldn't see me on Instagram with like a house or a car or like fancy bags because like I'm not into any of those things, to be honest. Like I don't even know what car I currently drive. It's a car brand car. So like
car brand car.
Super, like, I'm like, it's a Kia. They're like, a Kia what? I'm like, a Kia car, Kia SUV Kia thing. So like I don't know. But it would just be me taking pictures, being like, "That's my dog walker." Flex, like
serious flex.
My entire flex is like, I have somebody who walks bow. Like, yay!
Yeah. That's a good flex, though. That's good. That's real good.
I think my other flex would just be like lots and lots of horror memorabilia. I'd be like, and I got more horror memorabilia. I have a real life Freddy Krueger.
You'd have a room. You'd have a whole room.
Oh yeah,
I can see it. Like you'd have like the cardboard cutouts in the corner, like.
No, not even the cardboard. I would like have the whole life size, like.
You'd have like a wax figure.
Yeah.
Somebody carve you like a Freddy Krueger out of wax.
Because they sell them, like they sell like whole. Like, yeah, you can. Oh my gosh, you get so much cool stuff. Like you can get Freddy, you can get Jason. I don't know that I'd want Leatherface in my house, but the reason I wouldn't want to have Leatherface is because like, I mean, I probably shouldn't get any of those in my house because I'm already getting surprised and shocked when I walk out of my house with the TV on, and then I come back and I'm like, who's in here? Oh, it's a TV. I do it every day. I'm like, there's somebody in here. And Bo's looking at me like, I would tell you if somebody was here.
Yeah. Like, nobody's here, man. I would have already bitten their faces off.
I know.
My whole face just in my mouth. It'd be, you'd know.
And I love how like he's just messy, it's just weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have an entire horror room. I think that would be like that would be it. I would just show people all the time my horror room. I'd be like, look at my horror room, y'all, and then like that would be how I did everything.
Okay, so in your horror room, I'm designing it for you. You have a movie theater in the horror room. The horror room is a movie theater, like, or there's like a horror section, and then there's the theater section. So it's like connected, maybe like, so you can like sit and watch your movies next to all your horror stuff. So you like have to like almost like walking through a movie theater, like, but it's like a horror like thing. You walk through it to the movie theater.
But would you
have all those plush chairs?
I won't have any zombies.
Okay, as long as it didn't have any zombies and it was Audra approved, I would watch it.
It won't have any zombies.
Okay, no zombies. I cannot do it. No zombies. But
so you can't watch The Cabin in the Woods. Don't watch that because it's funny, but there's zombies in it.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do any zombies.
Why are you afraid of zombies?
I think it's trauma from Michael Jackson's Thriller. It would be funnier if it wasn't true, but it is true.
I mean, so like Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I was terrified of that video. You know, but I'm not scared of what was he? He was also witch calling. He was a werewolf. I'm not scared of werewolves. It was just the zombie part that.
No, like now that he didn't make, like I'm not scared of werewolves, just zombies. Like get out of here.
Zombies. And the werewolf was the one that killed the girlfriend anyway.
Yeah.
Like at the end when his eyes turn yellow and he's like, yeah. Like that, like the werewolf probably killed the girl, but it was like him turning into a zombie. I think the thing about zombies that freaks me out is that they were regular people and now they're monsters. So like the idea that this was just a regular, like happy, nice person who was just walking around, a zombie ate their brain and now they are a monster. like they're not them anymore. Like it's that concept of it that freaks me out. Like, and when there's characters that you like get attached to and you like them as a person and then they turn into a zombie, I can't handle it. Like, it's too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
I am okay. The sad part is I'm more scared of zombies than I am of snakes, of spiders, of anything that's real. Like, I am more scared of zombies. My students, when I was teaching, found out that I was terrified of zombies, and they would walk around like this.
That is so mean.
And I would say, stop! Like, Bennett, stop it! Marcus, stop it! You're freaking me out. And they didn't have any makeup on. They're just walking like this. I hated it. It still scared me because I love them. And the idea of them turning into a zombie upset me.
I don't have, like, I'm not afraid of zombies.
I'm not afraid of anything. I admire you so much.
No, I do have a fairly intense fear, and I've said this before, but like, I have a fear of like somebody like starting like pushing me into a dance battle, because you know, like in movies. Jen, you're my friend. No judgment.
You just laughed at me about Michael Jackson's Thriller. I'm allowed to laugh at you.
You are allowed. It's because in movies, you know, when the dance battle takes place, right? And then everybody else knows the dance steps. Fuck you.
Okay, see, but I get it because you're scared. You don't like people and you don't like embarrassment.
Yeah,
I get it.
Everybody else would know the moves. Like the one person would go, and then like the whole crew behind them would know, and then they would be all doing it together, coming at me, and then I would just be like, and then my
Have you had a nightmare about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like I don't want to get stuck in a dance battle. I am terrified.
And you're the person just standing there like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other, and I think part of it, I swear, is because of you got served.
Oh my gosh.
Like my irrational fear comes from watching a dance movie.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like, that is hilarious to me. I just can't even with you. I can't even. I love you so much. You are so hilarious. I can't even. Like, you are a unique soul, Audra.
Like, I don't mind spiders. I don't mind most bugs. I don't like really care.
The dance parties, you're like dance battles. Just forget it.
It's the dance battle is where I draw.
Okay, so when you saw 8 Mile and you saw Eminem going doing this, would that scare you too? Like, to have to be in like a rap battle, would that scare you too?
I mean, I can't rap, so obviously that would be terrifying.
Okay, all right.
Like, I can only rap other people's raps.
Right.
But like, I can't make my own rap. I can't just be like. Yeah. Like, that would be me. That would be me in a rap battle. Just be like, what? They'd be like, is she gonna rap anytime soon? I'm like, that's all I got.
I wouldn't even get that far. You've got me beat there. I wouldn't even get that far.
Like,
lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. What the hell, man? Like, that would be me. Like, get this girl out of here. Get this girl out of here.
No, like, but see, all the like rap verses I always like, I know, like, by heart are always filthy.
Yeah, well,
and then like
usually are.
It was like spreading quicker than your mom had a feel, but don't cop it. Yeah, I stole your beat, but that's because you dropped it. Like,
so better than I would do. You heard me.
That's disgusting. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Maddie, same. I would just steal somebody else's raps, and they'd be like, "You're a rap thief," and I'd be like, "Beginning to feel like a rap thief." Like,
I mean, I've always admired people that can do that because you have to think so fast. Like, the talent it takes to be able to think that quickly, like, it's so admirable. Like, I just can't even, like, I can't even wrap my brain around the amount of knowledge you have to have in order to formulate thoughts that quickly in order to do that. Like, I just can't even, like, it blows my mind.
And then like to say, like, to spit that fast is too much. Because like when Eminem starts going too fast, I'm just like, like I just
oh my gosh, forget it.
I don't even try to say the words. Yeah, Stephanie, no Walking Dead for Jen. Like, I just don't like, yeah, there were so many dance movies. There was like Step Up, and there was Save the Last Dance, and there was, but the best one of all of them, I'm just telling you, it's You Got Served. It's the best one.
Yeah.
I don't even watch the whole thing anymore. I legitimately just go like to the end dance battle because that's why I like that song. What is that song? Pump It Up by Joe Budden. Like, I don't care about Joe Budden. I just like that song. And like, it makes me hype. So like, if I'm in my car listening to it and it comes on, like if you're like next to me at the light, you're getting this.
That's me. I will sing in my car. I don't care. I will totally, I'll be that person. I don't care. I'm in my space. I'm in my dance space. You stay in yours in your car. I'm in my space. Like, I'm not bothering you. Let me do my dance in my car.
That's the only time we're going to dance battle because I'm going to win.
Yes.
Because you're not prepared for this battle. I'm like, you don't even have all the arm motions that I have been working on my entire life. Like,
yes. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Can I highlight things? Am I allowed to do that? The honey one where it says "Get stuck in a rap battle," starts quoting the Humpty Dance and Baby Got Back. Oh my gosh,
I know.
That's like my childhood. Was the Humpty Dance and Baby Got Back?
Yes, and like
that's my childhood.
I have a love-hate relationship with Baby Got Back. Like, I enjoy the song, right? But the problem is 99.999% of the people dancing to Baby Got Back, zero back. None.
That's very true.
And they're like, my anaconda. And I'm like, but girl, you don't have none either. Like, I don't have any. I'm dancing to it too. I'm just saying, I'm part of the 99.9%. So it's like, we need to move it out of the way for the girls who have back and the guys and the theys and the them. Everybody who has back, we just need to move out of the way and allow them
I agree.
to have like the stage, because it doesn't seem super fair. You know what I mean? Like this is their moment to shine. And like the rest of us just took it with our long backs. I mean, you have back, but I don't have any back.
I don't know if I do. Well, I like with your thing with dance battles, like I always hated when there was the dance circle and somebody would be in the middle and they do the thing and then they try to drag me into the circle. And it's like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind like people like being up on, like if I had to like give a speech or something like that doesn't bother me, but don't make me go in a circle and dance in front of people. Like, I have a traumatic experience from middle school. My best friend was trying to teach me how to do like Cabbage Patch and the Running Man and stuff at a school dance. Like, she's trying to teach me. I was in 7th grade and my best friend was trying to teach me, and I'm over on the side of the dance floor and she's trying to teach me and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. These girls walk over and I remember this today. She looks at me, she puts her hands on her hips and she's like, "You can dance, but girl, you gotta go," is what she said to me. And I was like, and I just started, like, she walked away with her friends all giggling. It was like out of like a bad teen movie. And I just started bawling. And my friend was like hugging me. She's like, "Don't worry about what they said. It's okay. You're just learning. It's okay. It's not your fault." And I was like traumatized forever. And like, I actually saw her at my high school reunion and she apologized for being mean to me.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
But she knew how mean she was to me, because this was like the person that, like, she was always like that to me. Like, no matter what. Yeah. But so I forgave her for being mean to me for like years of my life. She was mean. But now I have this like thing about, I don't want to be pulled into like a dancer. You're a what kind of dancer?
Like, I'm a good dancer, but I have like those scrawny girl moves dancing, because like it's hard to be sexy when there's like nothing, like there's no curve, like, you know, because, you know, I'm shaped like SpongeBob, you know what I mean? So like, I don't have any like curves and things to be like, you know, I don't have a come hither dance moves. It's just like me twisting around and like just doing, you know.
I want to go dancing with you so bad. I would love that. I want to go
do the cyclone. Like the cyclone. Like that's that song was for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm like, that's my
I still want to go dancing with you, or at least let's go. Whenever we get together, we're gonna go like somewhere, like I don't know, somewhere where there's music, and we'll dance. I'm gonna dance with you. Karaoke. I'm not singing though. Do you sing?
Yeah.
You do sing. I know you sing. What am I talking about? It's the margarita. I blame it. You sing. You sing really well. I don't sing well. You don't want to hear me sing. It's bad. It's bad. I got another story for you. Okay, this is Jen just talking about herself. This is a live stream where Jen just sits and talks about herself the whole freaking time.
That is the point.
College. Again, where the karaoke, where you get the room, like the real karaoke, we get the room with the couches and the TV, and they put the music on. So drunk, just drunk. Like, I just want to sing one more song. Everybody's like, no. It's okay, Jen, don't sing anymore. I'm like, okay, I won't sing anymore.
Oh, I karaoke. So I have this app, and I haven't messed with it in a while. But there's an app called, like, let me see, because I never remember the name of it when I'm not fussing with it. And
I'm drinking this.
put it to the side. It's called Smule. So I karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to hit that up again. I have done really good. Okay, somehow I always end up having to be Eminem every time I try to do like Dr. Dre stuff. And then, like, I don't know. I'm pretty good. I do pretty good.
I see. This is why I need to stop drinking, because I forgot you could. For a second, I forgot you could sing. I know you can sing, and it's like, why the hell did I forget that for a second? That's why I need to stop drinking.
Yeah, it's like there's like my old
and everything.
channel name, but you're like, ugh, you were just so delightful, though. Like, honestly, like, between you and Emily, it was just like all of this stuff was just so messy when everything started. It was just so nice to have friends that I could go to, and you're always there whenever I'm like, how do I do this? Jen, how do I fix this? And like, because there's things that you know that I don't know, that Emily doesn't know. So it's just nice to like be able to talk to you and be like, okay, what do I do about this? How do I fix this? What do I do? Like you just like, there's likes. I'm like, what?
Well, it's the same thing with you. Like, you help me with so many things too, where I'm like, Audra, I don't know about this. What should I do? Like, how many times have I pulled you and like asked you for advice? Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, help me. Like, this is what's happening in my life. Like, I'm stuck. And you have advice every single time, and it's always on point. I'm like, okay, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Listen, it's because it's so much easier to help the people with their lives and let mine be a giant mess.
Isn't that true for everybody, though? It's everybody. It's so much easier to help other people than to help ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like that meme where like I'm sitting there and everything's on fire and I'm just drinking coffee and it's like, this is fine. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, people know Smule. I've been playing with it for a while because like my channel name used to be Audra Rowdy Girl, right?
Really?
Yes. Oh, it was a whole thing. I don't know what I thought I was doing. But I called myself Audra Rowdy Girl. And so like my Smule is Audra Rowdy Girl.
Okay.
And I don't know what any of that is. So I've been singing on here for a while. I have 2,152 recordings. Yeah. So I've done, like the last time I was on was 2 months ago, and I tend to do it in spurts. Like I'll hop on and do like a shit ton of songs, and then I'm just like gone for a while, and then I don't come back. Like,
do you follow people on that app?
Okay,
like I'm downloading it. Download it so I can follow you. It's not for me to use it because nobody wants to listen to me sing, but I want to follow you and listen to you sing. You know,
like, and you can keep your favorites. Like I kept my favorite Sex on Fire lounge version with this one chick, and then I did Chandelier with this guy, and it's actually really like I really like it because he did it country style, and then it's just like a fun time. Like it's so fun, and it's very relaxing. And whenever you're super stressed, it's nice to be able to sing. I did like one night full of Britney Spears. Like I just was smash hammered doing Britney here for no reason. I also sang I'm on a boat.
What? I'm on a boat? Like with the who sang that? What
because I'm sailing on a boat. Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
And it was so fun. So it's like, I don't know, I find this to be something that's really calm and peaceful for me. I have joined like some groups or whatever, but like I don't really have the like wherewithal to stay with it like I used to. But you know,
that's so cool.
For a second, I didn't realize that we were saying 1970s babies in the chat, and I saw India say I'm 76, and I was like, no way, Black really don't crack. Like it was like a good moment.
You look amazing for 76.
Like I'm
amazing, incredible. My gosh! All right, I gotta take another. I can't stop. It tastes really good. I'm like sitting here getting drunk on Audra stream. Like Jen got drunk.
extra. Rita, I don't even know why we still say that because like all of the newspapers are online now. So it's like
it's true. It's true.
Do you okay, I'm gonna show you something weird because I just did it.
What? What's wrong with you? What is happening? Yeah, what's happening there? What is that? What is happening? I'm confused.
So is yours normal or like that? I can't, you're not doing open your you have to move your tongue out of the way. You think yours is normal.
I look like a velociraptor. We're bringing it back.
We're over here just like opening our mouth. So here's a fun thing I learned. That happened to me from clenching my jaw.
Oh, wow.
Like I clenched my jaw, like from childhood, I've been clenching my jaw.
Wow.
And I created that.
Wow.
The only way to fix it at this point is like they would have to go in and shave it all down.
Is it like extra skin?
That's my bones.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like that. Yeah.
I learned something new about you today.
Yeah, see? I don't know why I randomly decided to show that to you.
Hey, I'm the one who's drinking. You're not even drinking.
Oh, I am. I'm having beer.
Oh, I didn't realize it was beer.
Yeah, I have beer in my little cup that I've been decorating it with stickers that I get from my Etsy orders.
That's so cool.
Obviously. But yeah.
That's really cool. Somebody asked what year I was born. I was born in 78.
I was born in
80, right? Yeah.
Exactly 80. And I was just like, so like, how much TikTok do you watch or do you not watch TikTok unless you'll be TikTok?
I do not have TikTok downloaded. I'm scared to download it for multiple reasons. I'm scared to download it because I'm scared that whoever owns it's going to steal all my information, even though there's nothing really important that they would want to steal. Like, what the hell? Like, it's not like I'm not interesting. And then, but number two, it's like, I know I'm going to spend all day on it. So I just wait for other people to send me stuff. And then that way I get to see things like on your Instagram stories. I get to see lots of good things.
Yeah, just do that. Because I really wish that I was kidding, but
yeah,
it's the format. It is completely designed for you to never leave.
Binge watching.
Like 60 seconds is the longest that you can do, right? So it doesn't seem like a lot of time is passing by. And then 4 hours later, and it's usually because your phone battery has been like, it's like you need to plug it in and you're like, oh my God, it's dark outside.
That's a great potato. Oh yeah, I've been watching dogs do somersaults for the last 4 hours.
No.
Oh my gosh, Samantha Marches, her TikToks are so amazing. I'm so glad she posted them to Twitter. They're so good. Have you seen her dog, Samantha March's dog, Aries?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. Even with that dog, she is the most adorable little baby girl ever. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Like, she picks out her own sweaters. She picks out her own sweaters.
Bo would pick between his TREATS when I'd like hold up the bags. I would hold up 2 bags and be like, which one do you want? This is prior to TikTok. And I'd be like, which one do you want? Let me know. But I had to be more careful about giving those to him because he'll get the shit sometimes. And so I have to be like, I had to then. I don't think I have to now because he's like full grown now. So I think we're good. So like now he's like a whole big boy, and he is much better about like not ruining the world with his potty in the house.
Okay.
Well, and I don't actually even care that much now because of the fact that I have flooring, so it's not all carpeted and all that stuff like it used to be. So I don't care. I mean, not like I don't care, but like if he has an accident, I don't get mad. Like, and I wasn't like angry before, but it just sucked when I had carpet because I was like,
yeah, it's hard. It's so much harder to clean up on carpet than it is on hardwood or tile.
yeah, because if he gets the runs on the floor, like it's like okay, I'll fix that. But like if he gets the runs on carpet, it's like, well,
you're not getting it all up.
Somebody please replace the carpet.
Yeah. Not good. It's not good at all.
All right. Do you have anything else you would like to do or say?
I'm sufficiently drunk enough that I should.
That's what I thought.
Anything. I probably need to keep my damn mouth shut.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you get a little faded. Yes, I'm leaving this up. So I know what it's like when I get a little faded. I'm like, please let me off the stream before the thing.
I'm good though. Like I'm good. I'm solid. Like if you wanted to stay on longer, I could stay on longer. I could talk to you all damn day. You know that. We talk every single freaking day. Audra and I have not missed a day since June. We have talked every single day since our first polos back and forth. We have talked every day.
Yeah, and that's why I have this.
Yeah. Yay! That's the money. Yay!
It sits on my makeup stuff. I'm like, wow, and I leave the little things in it because I'm trying not to like put brushes or anything in it because I don't want another space for me to put brushes.
There you go. Yeah, what you want. If you want to keep it as decoration, if you want to use it, if you want it, it's yours. Do whatever you want with it.
But I wanted to be like cute, and I was like, oh, you're so cute. But I didn't want to put any more brushes in it because I'm not a minimalist, right? But I'm also a person who tries to force myself to be mindful of like what I have. And if like it also makes me go through the brushes I have and be like, do I even like this brush? What does it even do? Why do I have it? And then I just like start getting rid of the ones I don't like.
Right.
So instead of buying like more storage space for like more brushes that I'm buying, I keep going through mine. And then like that's how I found a lot of my Royal Langenickel. Ooh, I love it when I say it one time, but that's the only time I'm going to say it because I can't say it again. But when I started finding these and figuring out which brushes I like the most, once I started doing that, I was like, okay, get more of these and then check on my other brushes that are shaped like this and see if they're like the right size. And then I can kind of start like going through them and decluttering the ones that aren't really doing it for me. So
yeah, they make some brushes. I think they try to get a little too creative sometimes, like different brands with brushes. Like I had a fan brush, but it looked like fingers. Like it was like this, but it was a fan brush and it was like cut in the middle, like webbed fingers. It was super weird. Like what the hell even is that? Like what do we even do with that? Like,
yeah, I mean, like I feel like there's so many weird innovations in beauty, like the silly sponge. I am forever going to be angry about the silly sponge because like
that thing was a joke.
We were all just like slapping this piece of rubber on our faces in a non-fun, sexy way. And for what?
Just to have it looked all smeared all over our faces. It's like
you had like streaks everywhere. You're just like slapping your face repeatedly, like slap, 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 slap. And I was like, how does this work?
I know. And it was like I tried really hard to make it work. Like I'm patting it and
everyone did. And we all lied and said it worked because we thought it worked.
I didn't.
So many of us were like, it's not bad. The person like, it's not that bad. It's okay. Like, I felt like such a jackass too. Because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, it doesn't really, but maybe I'm using it wrong. That was a hype machine.
You know what I did with that was Tarte Shape Tape. I did that same thing where I gave into the hype and I thought like the exact same thing you're talking about, where people said how amazing it was and I believed them, and it like leaked into my review of it that I believed that it was good. But then like maybe it's because I got older and I got more creases under my eyes.
Love.
What the hell? Like it's all creased up under my eyeballs. Like people and you never put the teeniest little bit. It still was like all creasy. and cakey and crappy. Like, what the hell was I thinking? I gave in to the hype.
Yes, because the Tarte Shape Tape is like, if you want your under eyes to look like you have never had a drop of water in your entire life, and all you are existing on is beer, cigarettes, and more poor decisions, Tarte Shape Tape.
Absolutely. But we all believed it because the big booty gurus told us it was good.
They did. They were like, this is the best you're ever going to have.
And
And I would get it, and I was like, and they were like, the triangle down, like,
Holy women! And the big Google down here, and the Google down here, and the Google down here, and we're all like, I'm like, why don't I look
doing
like
it? And we're
that?
like,
What?
what?
Like, why do I
Ready,
look like
Bobby? We were all just looking at a hot ass mess.
Oh my
And it's like
god!
there's things that I learned where I was like, yeah, I can do my circle or whatever that I do. But I just had to learn where I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do that, I just need to not put foundation there. And like, so I just started learning a different way of applying my makeup so that wasn't a deal. But like, man, the stuff that I've gotten just based off of hype, like Emily and I were talking about that last night, like just things where you purchased it because the hype was there and you got it and you're like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's the worst. And then when you find out the person all the people got it in PR,
Yeah,
and they all got paid, and then you're sitting there with your $40 thing, and you're like, I paid for this. Not only did I not get paid, but I paid my money, and and it's already been 30 days, so I gotta get Sephora credit. Like, I don't even get my money back. I gotta get a Sephora credit.
It would make me mad because like, because people would just be like, oh, this is so good. This is like so like I don't even fuck with Tatcha primer, right? I don't fuck with it because like, first of all, I don't want to like it because it's very expensive. It's very expensive. Like for me, for my budget, it's extremely expensive as a primer. So I'm not gonna spend that money. But then but there are things where I'm like, yeah, I don't mind doing this. Like I got the Marc Jacobs one. I have the Hourglass one, which unfortunately is fantastic, and I hate that. And I know that there are people who are like, and actually it's you that helped me with primer, and you didn't know that. I think it's before we were friends where you were talking about, you did a video talking about primers. And that's when I started going, okay, the problem I have is that I have oily skin, and I have been mistakenly using, for my skin, mattifying primers. And I started to realize, I was like, you know what? When you have oily skin, you need to hydrate the fuck out of your skin because it stops producing so much damn sebum and so much oil, and you're less oily, and then you like look amazing. And so I just started using hydrating primers ever since. And I'm like, what? Come see me. I'm like, so it's like I look dewy and glowy. I'm like, oily bitches, it's our time to shine.
Yes.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, but in a good way, a good shine, a happy, shiny people shine.
Yeah, because I just think that like, and you know, I saw Hannah had posted something talking about like doing makeup, right? And putting more information about like stuff that she reviews. And I almost responded. Because here's the thing I'm going to say for all of us. I think that there is a level where people expect all of us to know everything and so much and do so much research on all of the makeup. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like I'm giving you my experience with something.
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm mad props to all y'all who do. Like you, Jen, doing all of that research. I tried to do like a little skincare thing once a week. And I was like, fuck this, I can't do the research. I'm tired. Like,
yeah, it can be mentally exhausting. It definitely can be. But it's like, I like that stuff. Like that's why I can do it, because I find it interesting and I enjoy it, but I can see why a lot of people wouldn't. Like, because it can be extremely dry. Like the information is very dry.
Well, and I guess my overall opinion is just like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about a product. I'm not doing like super duper research into like every ingredient because I just can't. I can't. Like, it's not my. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. That's not your bag, and that's okay. Like you shouldn't have to do that. Like your personal experience should be enough. Like you say, your skin type, you know, like, and that should be enough. Like, this is my experience. I tried it for X amount of days and it worked, it didn't work, and this is my skin type.
Yeah, because it's like stressing me out. Like people are like looking for all of this. And I'm like, no, I am the wrong bitch. Don't come to me asking, well, does it have this? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Like,
well, if you ever need the tips notes to any kind of ingredients or anything, just let me know.
Listen, I can't even say the ingredients the way. Like, listen. This is me trying to read ingredients. Like, I go look at something and I'm like, it's got stuff in it. And that's what I come to. Like,
oh my gosh.
For your face.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like Saccharomyces or something like that.
Yeah. Like all of these weird ingredients where I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
well, it helps that I was a phonics teacher. Like, that was my favorite thing to teach was phonics. So like separating things into syllables was something I would like loved teaching. So that's a lot of times what I do is I do the way that I used to teach, and I write the word out and I separate it into syllables and then I sound it out. Each little piece the way I used to teach.
Yeah, but like hooked on phonics did not work for me.
It doesn't work for everybody. Whole language is a thing too.
It's because like there is something that messes up my mouth. Like, okay, I don't know if this is how you, but it's like mosquito.
Yeah, mosquito.
But like the way that those letters are together like that makes my mouth uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. It's like when some people don't like the word moist. Mosquito, I think, feel like it's kind of like that.
Mosquito feels gross. I'm sorry, it just feels gross in my mouth.
It does. Like ingredients is that a lot of them have the same syllables over and over and over again. So once you learn how to say like a syllable of it, you just add, like you see it over and over and over again. It makes it easier. Once you like learn how to say certain things, they just push different ones together to make different things.
Yeah, but I don't know why I can't do it. It like hurts my.
It just takes practice. That's all. And you have to be interested in it. If you're not interested in it, then you don't want to practice it, and there's no reason to do it, and you don't need to do it.
That's why I'm not interested. That's why it happens.
There's no reason to.
Because like there's some stuff where I was like, and I'll sit there looking at them like salicylic acid.
Yeah,
I get very excited. All of a sudden, I'm doing like a whole ass dance, being haha y'all. Oh no, you went mute. All right. So y'all, Jen no longer has the ability to hang because I kept her here too long and her earbuds have died. I think she's grabbing something. Please hold while Jen accesses her account. Jess, I don't know. Like, I really don't get it. Like, yeah, it is hard to find people who have oily skin because a lot of YouTubers have dry skin and they're like, oh, I have dry skin. And I'm just like, okay. So I think the thing is when you don't have, when you have dry skin, and that's the thing, is like a lot of the things that sometimes they're in love with, especially with their dry skin, they're in love with these things because like it's super duper moisturizing. And even for oily skin, there are things that are too moisturizing, but you can use them at night.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, see, I got a backup. I got a backup from my backup.
You were like, I don't know.
My earbuds. Okay, so like I sleep with my right AirPod in. So that one dies faster because I use it more. So I took that one out and then my left one died and then we were out of luck. Like that was the end.
How do you sleep with one in?
I don't know. I usually end up waking up in the middle of the night and taking it out. And then so I don't lose it, I tuck it under my pillow. So in the morning, I take my earbud out from under my pillow and put it in.
I can't sleep with anything.
Yeah, I have to. I have to sleep with my ASMR in my ears or else I can't go to sleep. I have serious issues going to sleep. I can't sleep.
My insomnia has to do with not necessarily falling asleep, but staying asleep and getting restful sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't like both of those things like ruin my life. Yeah. And just, that's a big thing. Cause this is why, like, whenever I can, I guess that's something I'll do when we're like free facing it, is I'll be able to go back to doing some of my foundation reviews, which I don't know if you've ever seen those, Jen, but they're fucking intense. And people were like, LGG, who's been here for a while, they will make jokes all the time. Like, next time it'll be like, Audra's like on a volcano being like, last on a volcano. I do some pretty in-depth like foundation reviews.
Nice.
And the thing that because where I live, you know, it's very humid and it's hot a lot of the year. So like, I need a foundation to be able to like last through that, because I'm not a reapplication person. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I don't care what I'm doing. I am not putting on more shit. Like I don't like it, because I feel like at the end of the day, you look terrible from reapplying. Some people are magic and I guess they can do that. But for me, I feel like I end up looking like hot garbage, because I put this makeup on at like 6 a.m. Then I touched it up at noon. Then I touched it up at 4. And by the time you get home, it's like cakey and unattractive for me. So I just like don't know what I was saying, because I forgot already.
You're talking about your epic foundation reviews.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Sure. I was actually paying attention.
I know. I'm like, I don't know what I was saying. Like,
ADD win.
Thank you. Because like, I do this all the time when I'm filming, and I finally stopped editing it out so people can actually see like the true struggle of having ADHD.
Struggle's real.
And literally
Freaking
being
real.
like, I don't know what I was just saying, and I was just saying it. But yeah, these foundations, see, Yolanda's telling me the decathlon.
Oh my gosh.
I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, North Texas, and this area is very interesting because today it's cold. Tomorrow it's not gonna be cold. By Tuesday, it's gonna be really cold. And then the day after that, it's gonna be cold. And the day after that, it's gonna be like 80 something degrees. So it's just like the temperature fluctuates here a lot, which also really affects the skin here. So it's really important when I do foundation reviews that it really kind of goes through the gamut of all the bullshit that my skin can encounter, specifically the warm weather, because we have so much of it. We don't have a ton of cold weather. So anybody who like it's warm weather, if you're going on vacation, I like to be able to say like, this is some good shit. You have oily skin. And if you don't like this, then you might want to do this or this to like combat that. Just being able to help people with finding a foundation that's not just based on like, it looks pretty and it lasted 12 hours. Like that's, and like, no offense to anybody who does it, but for me, that's not my life. Like mine's like, it looks pretty. It needs to last through an entire work day. It needs to be able to last through me sweating. Did I go to happy hour? Like, can I go to happy hour after this and then like leave happy hour, come back and look good? Mm-hmm. Those are things that are important to me, because I wear a foundation like an everyday person wears a foundation. Yeah. Not like somebody who's like, I sat and did a video with it on, and then I did some like errands, and then I came back, you know, a few hours later, and like, this is how it looks. Again, no sweat off anybody's nose. But mine is like, this is my real life, mm-hmm. and like all the shit, like I'm going to work and doing all this stuff. So I wanted to be able to do reviews that reflected what I feel a lot of people were missing, which is like a real life experience with your foundation.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people value that very highly. So it's awesome.
What room are you in? Are you in your normal filming room?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it just looked different.
It's just smaller because there isn't as much range.
No, I just noticed that because I think it's because usually when I'm talking to you on Marco Polo.
Oh, I'm upstairs.
I'm
not here. No, I'm not here.
I'm used to seeing you in your natural environment.
Yeah, my natural habitat. Well, usually when we're talking Marco Polo, I'm outside telling my dog to stop eating things she's not supposed to eat.
You're like, Haley, don't eat that.
Every time. It's like, stop it, child. Stop
You're
eating.
Like, I gotta go.
And sometimes I'm like holding the phone and like picking her little butt up, like, come here, and like holding her like a little person, like holding the phone, like, I gotta call you back.
I know. You're like, I gotta get her. Let me put this leaf down for the poop. Like, I'm gonna put this leaf here. I'll be right back.
Yes, I know, because I have to pick. Because if I forget the poop bag, then I have to make a circle of leaves around the poop so I remember where the poop was, and I look for my circle of leaves so I remember where the poop because it blends in, and then I lose the poop and I can't find it to pick it up.
Yolanda, you messy. That's from a conversation had last night. I will tell you more. Oh my gosh, Marco Polo, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Tia.
Okay, so I have to tell you who Tia is. Tia is somebody very special. Tia was my best friend when I was in elementary school. Her grandmother lived across the street from me. And I used to go over her grandmother's house and play with her because her grandmother would watch her after school. So, yeah. So Tia was my best friend in elementary school.
That is so cute.
And I have not seen her since we were probably, Tia, how old were you probably last time I saw you? Maybe 10 or 11 was the last time I've seen you in person. So, yeah. So when all this is over, Tia and I are getting together.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do like a gathering of but like social distancing, even though we don't have to social distance. Like I want to gather and then let's not touch.
Yes. Well, this is perfect for you because no one's gonna hug you during a pandemic. It's perfect.
No,
perfect.
I would love to do like a meet and greet, but let's meet and then like meet and wave.
You know what I did for a meet and greet once, and actually it was when I was in Indianapolis. It was before I got to your area, but we went to a mall. We met up at a mall, and then we just walked around the mall together, and it was really nice. Like I can see you doing something like that. Why do you look concerned?
Oh, because Bo was aggressively licking his junk, and I can hear it. So it's very noisy,
sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big boy, but I don't know if it's his junk that he's like. Yeah, it's his junk. So it's his junk.
But I can see you enjoying that. Like say we're gonna meet at this mall at this time, and then just walk around the mall together and go in different stores. Or bar crawl. Well, now there's Ubers, so
be like Audra's bar crawl. Yeah, we're in the bar crawl if you want to come home.
Yep. There you go. That'd be fun. And then you can do karaoke.
Yeah.
With all your people.
Karaoke, and then, that would be.
Yes.
That would be the end.
That'd be incredible. I would fly out for that. Like I would fly out. If you do a meet and greet, I will fly out for it. I will be there. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. I will fly out just for your meet and greet for one evening, hanging out, and fly back the next day. I will do it. I will be there.
You're giving me
I will. I'm just saying I will. I fly Spirit with a backpack. I'm a cheap ass. I will just I got my backpack on my Spirit. I got my pajamas and my toothbrush and my clothes for the next day. That's all I need. And I will be there.
You know what people are doing now though? UPSing their shit. UPSing or FedExing clothes.
That's smart.
You just put all that in a box.
Yeah, and just ship it to wherever you're gonna stay. So you don't have to pay for luggage. Mm-hmm. It's better than paying $80 for a bag or something stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper. Because especially your toiletries, people are just FedEx and UPSing their toiletries, and then they don't, because then you don't have to worry about getting small sizes and all that bullshit. You just FedEx it to where you're supposed to be, and then you FedEx it back.
There you go. That's smart. That's so smart. It's a lot cheaper. I mean, if you can wait for it, if you can wait for that stuff.
Yeah, you just I would overnight it.
Yeah.
And then you're good. But I don't I like hotels. I enjoy hotels. Yeah. Other people don't like them, but I don't really like to unpack everything, and everybody else unpacks, and I'm no.
I don't unpack.
Yeah, thank you. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't unpack.
I always think it's weird when you go to somebody's hotel room and they've got all their shit hanging up in the closet. I'm
yeah, and in the drawers. Anybody use the drawers in a hotel? You put your underwear and your socks in the drawer. They haven't cleaned those drawers. You don't clean the drawers. Somebody else's dirty underwear was in those drawers before yours.
That's the thing. It's gross. Stop putting stuff in the drawers in the
I'll put
hotel.
my stuff stayed in my suitcase. Like nothing's
Yeah,
going in the
it stays in
drawers.
like I have a hard listen. If y'all knew, like the prayers and the like things that I'm doing over that bed. Like
the
bed, like Hecate, please do not let anybody else's juices touch me.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
I don't like it.
The last time I stayed in a hotel with Linda from Glitter Fallout at an Ipsy event, she swore there was spooge above our bed. Like it's on video, like, and like it's in her Ipsy vlog. If you go to Glitter Fallout, Linda, she's amazing. Like we always stay together events, and we stayed in the same bed because we're friends and we don't care, like whatever. So we're in this full-size bed, and like she's filming, and we're about to go to bed, and she's like, or no, we were leaving the next day, and she was like, Jen, what is that on the wall? And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it is white and squiggly. Like something is happening. So I like get up on the bed, and I'm like standing on the bed looking at it, and I was like, oh, it's just paint. And she's like, no, that is not paint. I was like, yes, it is. And I went up and I smelled it to make sure. It's all on video. It's all in Linda's last Ipsy vlog. It's there. You gotta go to because I knew it was paint. I knew it was paint.
But was it paint?
It was. But it looked like spooge, though. From a distance, it looked like spooge. It wasn't shiny enough to be spooge.
You're fully unpacking. I can't do it. It grosses me. Like I can't. Like I have a lot of difficulties with that kind of stuff. Like, like I can't even really take a shower. Like I've started bringing like shower slippers because it like.
Yep, shower shoes. You got to wear shower shoes.
I'm just like, there's like my body can't stomach like because my feet are very sensitive. I can't. Yeah. If I even feel like something is crawling on my foot, like in the shower, I'm like, like I have like a whole like my body just goes like, oh, it's over. Like I can't. I'm like, I get there. I'm like, and it could just like be like my own like water sliding down. If it touches my foot in the wrong way, I'm like, I'm dying. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why my body's like that. But that I would make sure that you could do the thing that you do before bedtime for a certain mister.
Wait, what? I'm lost. What?
It's 8:58 my time, which is 9:58 your time.
Oh yes. I have to do book time with my son.
Yes. Oh, my little girl.
My baby. Hi, baby. Thank you for bringing her to me. We're about to get off.
You remember that time when you were like, what are you doing? And you got her because she was at the bed going,
oh.
You turned the camera on, she was like,
what are you doing, baby? Hey, this is my angel baby. I love her so much, even though she's a pain in my tush. I love her so much.
Sweet. I'm never going to get the expression on her face when you're like, what are you doing? And she was like,
Yup. Yeah, her tail's like kind of squiggled underneath me. I want to get it out so she can be comfortable. Here, let me get your tail out. There you go. Her hair on her tail is so long, like it's like all floofy and long, like so it gets stuck. So I had to make sure she's good.
Bo's tail,
she's huge.
I get regular whippings on my legs.
She's ready to go.
Bruises all over my legs from his tail. So
wait, say that again. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
I have bruises all over my legs from Bo's tail.
Oh,
like, it's just
I'm sure. He's a brute.
He really is.
He's so adorable. He's like a I don't know. He's so cuddly and so sweet, but he's such a brute.
He really is, and he doesn't mean to be like a monster like he is, but. Shelly, that would be on. It's on Sundays, right?
Yeah, Sunday morning. Sunday morning we'll be live. I have no idea what we're talking about yet, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out tomorrow, probably. Because like there's really not a whole lot happening in the beauty community right now. Like, there's really not. I'm not going to talk about drama channels fighting with each other. Like that's pretty much the only thing that's happening right now is the drama channels are fighting with each other as usual. But
they've been Like that's not even new. It's like you need to like.
I know. It's just, I mean, but that's what that's their thing is their drama channel. So of course they're gonna have drama between each other. You know, is what it is. But really, that's the only thing that's really happening. Like, I'll figure it out though.
Didn't Nick peeing in a cup on Twitter? Like
he did, and he showed his penis just for a second. I saw it for a second, and then he said it was intentional. Of course, it was intentional to show a little bit of the penis,
the jingle dangle,
a little bit of the jingle dangle, and I didn't even want to see it. Like, I didn't even volunteer for that. Like, I didn't know that was what was going to happen. There was a little symbol in front of it. I thought it was going to be hidden the whole time, and all of a sudden it's like, and all of a sudden it's in front of my face, and I'm like, I did not ask for that. I thought that was just gonna. I didn't know what the hell was happening. Like, I just got. You know,
I fast forward because, honestly, it's the ADHD. I fast forward. It's the same way, like FYI, before let you escape. When I watch movies, in order to help me pay attention, just go to Wikipedia and read the plot, and then once you know what's going to happen, then you can like watch the movie and not stress about missing any little thing.
Ah, see, that's really smart. That's an ADHD hack if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Like, isn't it ruined because you know the end? I'm like, no, because chances are I'm going to forget most of it, but like then I'm not stressed out about
about missing some
little pieces of the movie. So I'm like, no, it's cool, and I get annoyed because I'm like, and what's happening? Who's everything?
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Lord of the Rings and I forgot. Like, I was on Lord of the Rings too. I'm like,
nobody remembers what happened in Lord of the Rings. That movie's so damn boring. Like, everybody says they love Lord of the Rings. That movie's boring as hell. Like, they try to pretend it's beautiful, but it's freaking boring. They're walking. They're just walking. The whole damn movie is just the people freaking walking. It's like, I don't want to watch 2 hours of these hobbits walking. Like,
you just broke me.
Hey, you don't like musicals, and I don't like The Hobbit, so
you're like, it's just walking. I'm fucking tired of it. I enjoyed this so thoroughly.
Oh, this is fun. Yes.
Thank you so much. Like,
thank you for having me.
I got stressed the fuck out. I was like, she's not gonna not come.
Of course I'm gonna come. Oh my gosh. I'm like, if I can talk to you like 4 times a day, I can come to a damn live stream on your channel. And speaking of that, you're gonna come on my channel sometime soon too. Like, you should come on my, like, we'll have to figure out like when you
I do there. I'm like,
I know, but you're always there. No, we'll just do the same thing we're doing here.
And I'm like, okay. As long as I don't have to remember ingredients to anything, we're fine.
No. Well, you just have to know synthetic fluoroflogopite because that's my favorite one.
It's
synthetic, Micah. It's synthetic fluoroflogopite. I just think that was a fun one. That one and phenoxyethanol. That's another good one. That's a preservative. That's a fun one. Ethanol.
Phenoxyethanol.
There you go. You did it. It's a preservative.
I only say things one time because after that my tongue will twist up and I can't say it again.
I'm surprised I can say it. Look how much of my margarita I drank. I'm surprised I can freaking say it.
And now tomorrow you're gonna wake up and be like, I should not have had that.
I know. And they're outside having s'mores, so I'm gonna go probably have some.
Go have s'mores.
Yes.
So y'all remember Jen has a live stream coming up on Sunday as long as What's Up in Makeup. Yes. So make sure you're there for those. Subscribe to her channel. She's fantastic. She's actually my dear friend, and I'm very excited. And thank you so much for coming on. All of y'all have a wonderful evening, a great rest of your Friday or Saturday, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Appreciate all of you. Please be kind. Costs you $0 to be kind. It's good for your soul. And you